So this is Tilda Vision Ideas. Tilda Vision Ideas is a program that explores ideas and concepts in the following areas: psychology, parapsychology, consciousness, ESP, dreams, spirituality, healing, creativity, quantum physics, business, wealth, and the Word of God. Today we're interjecting the Word of God in the topic, which is why don't we receive? And with me I have my friend Bill Scott. He has his own show. He's a
My
producer.
TV show next Tuesday night.
That's
Don't
right.
watch, there's going to be trouble.
And it is
Just want
live,
you to
just
know.
like mine is live. And we have a lot of fun. We eat a lot.
Yeah.
But
That's
Bill
what
is
we
a
do.
comic, and
Try
we're
to
co-
keep it light. It's a
Yeah,
light
yeah.
atmosphere. Yes,
I
it's
have to
intended
learn.
to be that way.
I have to learn how to keep it light.
I try to keep it light. I don't have anything that I know that's so
But you do.
enlightening to the world. so-
No, but you do. You do. You just spoke of that those moments that you have, and if you engage in those moments more often, they will grow.
You'll have more of them, yes.
Yes,
I
and you
know.
will have more things to be grateful about. Because
Well, okay.
yes,
all right.
more
Makes
things will
sense.
come, or at least come to your awareness. And another thing that I do meditation, reflection,
you?
introspection,
What is
contemplation. I do.
You know,
What
what
is
is
meditation?
meditation? How would you do it? Well,
Okay,
if you were
so-
telling somebody this is what you
So
do.
meditation. So I invite. Okay, I'll give you a snippet.
After this, I'm going to tell you what I do. And
Okay.
I bet
So
it has nothing to do with
meditation, I invite the person to allow themselves to relax in a quiet, peaceful place for at least 20-25 minutes.
No, I do all that.
If you have tight clothing, loosen the clothing. And then begin by taking a deep, slow breath. Don't go and gulp it. No, deep, slow. And you breathe in and you hold it and you release it. Attempt to do belly breathing, which is instead of your chest raising, your belly raises. So it goes, and you let out the breath. And you do that several times. That alone, controlling the intake and the outtake of the breath, what that does, it begins to relax you. Okay, and then with the in-breath, you make it shorter than your out-breath. With the out-breath, you, in your mind, you say, I am releasing, I am letting go of all the cares, the fears, the anxieties. And you do this for so many minutes, depending on the individual. Then I bring them into, it's called guided imagery. So guided imagery, I'll say, and now I invite you to go to a place. The place is in your mind, a place you've been, or you can create it at that moment. So you go into that place where you feel everything is so beautiful and peaceful, where everything is in harmony, where you feel that you have everything. You feel happy, even loving. You begin to experience all these feelings, and they're legit. There's nothing going on out there. Your eyes are closed, and so you're relaxing. The whole purpose is to get rid of tension, fear, anxiety, any stressors of the day, because stresses are very damning. You know that.
Yeah,
They rob you of
yes,
everything,
yes,
including your health.
Oh, yeah. No.
So I begin that way. And the imagery could be the person's own imagery, or I guide them. I guide them because I'm leading them into that meditative state. Go ahead, tell me how you do it.
I do, well, I said I do that. Everything that you had said initially. I do. Do I take deep breaths? I think I do. I probably often do. But I do make myself, it's a very quiet spot. And I plan on doing it for I've been doing a half hour. I don't know if that's good or bad or what. But I just let my mind flow is what I do. And I don't know if that's meditation or not.
It is.
And whatever comes into my head comes into my head.
What happens if a fear enters as you're doing your meditation? What do you do?
Gee, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so
I don't think I have the fears in my meditation.
or a thought
maybe.
that should not be there at that moment because you're attempting to meditate and relax yourself.
Let's let it, everything, whatever comes into my head. I
Whatever.
don't think,
Okay, guided is different. Guided is more structured. That's
you
the
take
word.
people to places
Yes.
in your head.
Yes. And take them there and give them the time to enjoy, and let them know that if they saw beauty, if they felt peaceful, if they saw creativity or felt it, that let them know that they can bring those qualities, those traits, that experience, they can bring it back with them once they open their eyes. So it's not just gone
okay,
forever and ever.
okay.
So you let them know. And so what happens, that comes back with the person. And all the time I experience when I invite them to, okay, after a certain amount of time, you can open your eyes. They'll go like this. They don't want to come back.
No, they don't want to come out of
But
it.
they hear me and everything is fine. They want to stay more. They want to spend. And yes, half an hour, could be an hour, could be however long you determine. If you don't have the full hour, you give yourself the time you feel you need.
Yeah, I hear people
So-
say it's very good for them.
For what?
They say it's very good for them.
Yes, it is.
I've heard people
It's good
say
for your
that.
health.
So
It clears your mind.
Someone, I just have a lot of respect for Seinfeld. He says he does it, and he
Yes.
thought it was very good for him.
Yes. It really truly clears your thoughts. You become focused intentionally. You
Yes, you're right.
'Cause I-
And quietly, gently.
gently
You
and so
do it, you're
peaceful
not on
and
the
so
train
wonderful.
getting bumped or
no,
kicked
no.
around.
And everything is getting done, by the way. You're in that state. It's a state of mind, really.
And
And
you're at peace also with the way you
Things
you're
that-
safe. I think it's a good word too. I think it's a good word.
okay, yes, you feel very safe
Right then, right.
and clear, because clarity brings. It's clear.
But there's no one there to judge. There's
No.
no one right.
When I was writing this, so I'm very focused, no tension, no stress. I knew I had the show, but I
gotta
also
put
knew
my
I had
show.
all the time I needed.
Maybe I'll take this and do your show on Tuesday because I haven't done it yet.
Okay, so
You have a lot. Wow. You just did this today?
yes, I write.
Wow.
I
wow.
write.
You
I'm
really
a
got
writer.
to it. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So know that all is there. So I felt all the time I need is there.
I think.
Your dreams are there. Your dreams, your goals, they're there. What was my dream, my immediate dream and my goal? To write this piece so I could do the show. That was immediate, because I have immediate, and then I have intermediate, and then I have long-term goals, like
Okay.
everybody else.
Okay. Right.
So there are other things that may come up, like who is dreaming this? Who is thinking this? So you know it's God through you, because God dreams through you. You dream, you think you're the one, you think you're the dreamer, but it's God dreaming through you. Why? Because He created you, He's doing through you, He's working through you, He's using you. Not misusing or abusing. He's using you, using your hands, your voice, the skills and blessings He's put in you. So what is it that you want to do? Sometimes we do a meditation, go in with, what is it that I want to get?
It's a good point. I really have no real. I just want to, I think, get rid of that stress. With the words come up a
Yes.
few times, it helps me get rid of it. I like
You
to
can do
get
two
rid
things
of
at the
it.
same time. You can get rid of the stress, the anxiety, the worry, the cares, and at the same time do something constructive, more constructive. Like I want to be clear in order to. So I'm writing, but I'm in. It's like a semi-trance. I'm writing. I know everything. The lady in the TV, I heard her when she said a word. I was writing. You know, so I'm conscious, but it's like being in two planes at the same time, and everything flows.
Yes.
It
there's-
flows.
You don't have the barrier.
You don't see
Well,
scribbles or anything. It just flows.
You don't have the world's opinion, getting in your way,
no,
interfering.
no, you don't
with
want
things.
that.
No, you don't.
No.
You don't. You
No,
just,
no.
You do just want to let it flow,
Yes.
whatever happens.
You want to be within yourself with your higher self, which is God.
It starts here. You get to there when you're done,
And
but
you-
you come
and-
back the next time. You
Yes.
can go further.
And you know when this piece is done. You know it.
You know what, Im?
And
Okay.
interestingly enough, when I looked, I said, "Oh, it's only 4 o'clock. Gives me time to bathe and get dressed
Uh-huh,
and out of
okay.
here." Okay, so you become very clear. So when do you want it? Now. I was working on it. Where on this paper, because I'm going to use it on this, which you begin to differentiate. Which word, which phrase,
Which one are we talking about?
What's the next
What's
step?
yes, right. What's the next thing we get to?
How and
Yes.
why?
Mm-hmm.
How? Well, my critical thinking, all that goes into it, but I'm not thinking. Does that make sense? No, because it's in the flow. Remember, you used the word when you're meditating. You let yourself go.
Yes, yes, I do.
You're in the flow.
Is that meditating what I'm
Yes.
doing? Yes.
Yes. So I'm in that flow. I'm writing.
I set my phone, you know, it goes off in a half hour.
Right.
I get a little buzzer, it goes off, and that's it, I'm done.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if that's meditating or not.
It is. You're relaxed.
It's relaxing.
Yeah. Sometimes we meditate on a specific thing. Like
That
in
happens.
praising and worship. In praising and worship, let's say that's your meditation. So you want to focus on God and letting Him know how wonderful He is, that He opened your eyes this morning, that you took that
Yes.
breath, that you know how to drive, that you drove here, that
These are nice mornings too.
wonderful,
Yeah,
right?
I was
And so-
out of the house about 7.
And you,
It's a
yeah,
nice morning. It was a nice morning.
and you're
And you can be
thanking
thankful.
Him.
You can
You're-
be thankful for that.
Yes, and you're
Yeah,
in
a beautiful
gratitude.
day.
So that's part of prayer and worship and praise. You're there. Your meditation could be just that. I'll just focus on the goodness of God, His generosity. And that could be your meditation for the day.
It could be. It could be. That makes sense.
Okay. So if you feel you lack something, then let's say you did not know how to direct. Then what can you do? You can train yourself, go to training. You get the needed skills, the tools. If you're determined to go in that direction.
We get education.
But I'm spoiled. I have Joey.
Okay. Okay.
I am so
Well,
spoiled.
that's another way of doing it.
That's
getting
another
what you
way.
need.
Yeah, and then when he needs
you
me,
get a director.
I'll be there for him.
Okay. You
So-
can get
so-
a director.
Yes. So there are always skills to be learned. There are always tools. We're very skillful, but we don't know we are. You're skillful in other areas, maybe not in directing, but you're very skillful. You're skillful how to speak to, what do we call those people? At the
Who?
bench with the hammer?
Oh, sure. God,
The judge. Okay,
scare me to
you're
death.
very skillful. You know how to approach them. You know how.
yeah.
Did you learn the word application?
Yes, I know what application means.
Now you
Yes.
know, right? So then you determine. You're choosing, what am I going to do? Is your lack a need of spiritual invisible power? Is that what you're lacking?
I don't know.
Do you
That's
even know that exists?
Um,
Invisible spiritual power.
I don't know if I give it that much credit.
Oh, okay.
You know, I almost feel like anything that comes from me.
Well, I'll tell you, a young man I was explaining and teaching for years, and one day he said to me, "Oh, Miss Diaz, it's too hard." I said, "What is hard?" "To live in two worlds, to live in the spiritual world and down here in the physical." I said, "Really? It's hard." He found it hard, and to me,
Okay.
it's second nature.
Mm-hmm.
But
Women-
I find hard what he does.
Uh-huh.
You know, constructing and working with pipes and things like that.
Oh, that seems hard to me.
That's very hard.
It looks hard
So,
to
so
me.
you have to determine where your lack and where your need is. So you want to at least be able to identify your need.
Okay, you could focus on it some and hopefully come up with a cure, come up with something to fix it.
And to be able to know that the spirit realm is the most powerful.
Mhm.
That is the 99%
The 99%.
of the spiritual, invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Down here, this is only all this that we see and touch and smell. All that is only the 1%.
I know. You know, I've heard
It's-
that all my life. Again, 12 years at Catholic school.
Uh-huh.
This is not very different than what I've heard before.
Mm-hmm.
But as an adult, I think I question it some. But again,
It's good to
I have
question.
mannerisms which are reflective of a certain belief, a belief in something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We call it God. Mm-hmm. You know, is it God? I don't know. Maybe
Well,
it is.
Do you believe in systems? Systems.
Systems?
Yeah.
What kind of systems?
Any kind of system. Do you believe
You're
in a
talking
system?
about this guy with the pipes. He's putting the pipes together.
He has a system.
Right, he has a system.
Joey
Yes.
has a system out there.
Yeah, sure, the systems
You and I
that
have a
work.
system. We're listening and speaking.
Right. Okay. So, yes.
The,
So,
the body has a system. It knows when to breathe. It knows when the heart to beat. You don't have to tell it. You don't have to
no,
tell
it
your
does it on its own. It
on
does
its
it
own.
On its own. That's absolutely. Well, there's a system.
the transportation system, aviation system. Everything is a system. Everything.
A lot of systems out
Yes.
there. There's a lot of systems.
A lot of systems. Some are good and some are not that good.
You find them in the yellow pages under systems. You find them there.
You're funny. Okay,
Right.
so if we have an inability, one of the reasons that we fail to receive, we have an inability to discern, to decipher, to decode, to know in what dimension the problem exists. Do you know where the problem? It's a problem out there. Is the TV
Sometimes
the
it's a problem up here.
Is the problem the neighbor next door? No. Where does
I
the
don't know.
problem exist?
It could be.
It usually is in us. It really is.
It usually is. There are
Yes.
times, though, like Mercury is retrograde.
Oh, really?
Right,
Right
now?
now?
That could throw you all off right
Oh,
there.
okay. All
Right?
right.
So that could be it. That's another reason.
That's another system, the solar
Right,
system.
okay,
Okay.
right.
Look at that.
But it
Everything-
that won't last forever, and the problems within ourselves will still be there. Usually it's us.
Okay.
Usually it's not Mercury.
I think it would be 100% us. It's just that we fail to see because we don't want to receive the truth. That's another.
Okay. Oh, that's
Some-
what I
have
do.
you ever-
That's what I do.
Excuse me. Have you ever met a person? They're very argumentative, very combative.
Oh,
They don't
God.
want to accept the truth of the situation, whatever the.
Right. They've always got an answer for you. Some people they do.
And they
just
fight you.
always got yeah, they will.
Right?
They will. They'll fight you. They'll dig in.
Right.
Right. And I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
They're
so,
out there. It's all over.
So when you encounter such a situation, what do? Do you get to be like them? Oh no, yell louder or use more profanity.
No,
What?
I let them win it. They win that silly argument, and I walk away. I don't
Okay,
wanna
you
hear it.
walk away. So that's called
don't wanna hear it.
withdrawal. You
Is
withdraw.
that healthy or unhealthy? I
Well,
don't
it
know.
depends. There are certain
Yes,
times.
okay. Sometimes you got to
If
stand there
a
and fight.
storm or very wind is coming and a sharp object is coming toward us, it is better to retreat.
Yes.
We
yes.
retreat, we shy away, we move
Well,
away,
Freud said
and let it.
retreating is very normal. Freud. Right?
yeah.
And being aggressive, both. He said they're both very
But we
natural.
have to decipher the situation. Do I stay and fight,
Okay, yes,
or do
right.
I move back
Right.
and get more weapons?
What you were describing to me, I'm thinking all the silly political arguments that are made out there.
Right.
People know so much. I don't know anything, and people know so much. I'm always amazed with it. I don't get involved with it. I try
I'm
to stay
amazed
away
at
from it.
how much knowledge is out there.
I'm amazed at how much people know. They think they know. You don't know anything.
Wow.
But they think they know, and you can't tell them they don't know.
Oh no, because
I
they
just
don't
walk
know
away.
that they don't know.
They don't know that they don't know.
So how can you show
Man.
them what they don't know that they don't know?
I don't.
It's
I don't
very
try
difficult.
To.
No, I don't try
I
to
hope
either.
they learn. I hope they
I
get
hope
it.
you're not thinking about one person. I am, but anyway.
No. I don't know who you're talking
No,
about.
I
but
don't
okay.
know. Okay.
Okay.
So we need. If you have a situation, you have to know what is needed. What is needed to correct the situation? What is needed to be able to receive? What is needed? A lot of people don't know what is needed.
Well, okay. You're
A lot
right.
of people don't even know how to ask. Something so simple. They ask you as if they are entitled and you're the subordinate and you're the slave and you that's your your duty, you know.
Well, I think there could be a lot of reasons into.
Yeah.
Again, it's a good question. Why don't some people receive? Which is where we began here.
Okay, so what is needed? So remember I live in two worlds.
It's got to be an
Okay.
openness.
So I
to
live
somebody.
in these two worlds. So, God, show me what is needed. See, I go in there humbly. I ask, what is needed? Enlighten me. Show me. I'm admitting that I don't know. I'm being humble.
Okay.
I have to. I'm depending, I'm counting
Please
on
help
him.
me.
Yes, and then I make
I
the
need
effort.
an answer.
Yes, I need an answer. I make the effort. I go into that meditation that we were talking about.
Okay.
I'll go there. I'll go there and
it helps you find it. Sometimes,
Oh.
the answer's there,
Yes.
but it gets clouded amongst other answers.
Exactly.
That aren't so good, but they caught your attention.
yes.
And you need to, yes, I think you use the word decipher. You got to figure out which one is, that one's no good because of this one's no good
Yes.
because of that. And you may have all of them no good, but this one, it's no good, but
But let
it's
me
better
try
than the
it.
others.
Let
Yes,
me
it's
make the
certainly
effort.
better
Let
than the
me-
others.
yes.
And time's running out. I got to have the answer right now. So that's the one you go with. That's the one you go with.
Okay,
there.
so you have the intentional decision. You have an intent. You decided you want the answer. You're going to find it, and you keep at it. You keep hammering. Remember that hammer and nails you were talking about?
Oh, I'm not
you
good with
you keep at it. Not a physical hammer,
Uh-huh,
but you
you
don't give
drive
up.
forward.
You drive that drive. You ponder and you ponder and you turn it ever which way until
Mm-hmm.
you find something. Sometimes an answer doesn't come global. It comes in pieces.
Yes, right. Right.
Right?
You learn a little bit at a time. A book, a book has its chapters, and
Yes.
usually the first chapter is a little easier than the 10th chapter. 10th
Yes.
starts getting a little complicated.
And then you string them up.
Then you put it all together,
That's
right?
a technique, by the way. I learned stringing.
Yeah, okay, makes
stringing.
sense, makes sense. I
Someday
can
I'll share
understand that. Mm-hmm.
a little more about stringing, not now because we have 7 minutes left. But stringing is you take all the little successes, you every insight, every revelation, every idea, and you string it, and you make it into a whole. It's called
Okay,
string,
okay.
and then it becomes more powerful.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yes.
That's the result of education,
I learned that
experience.
in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. Okay, so you have this intent, this decision, and when you're shopping, you're buying a piece of real estate, you survey the land. You survey, you look at the neighborhood, right? Mm-hmm. I did that when I looked for a teaching position. I drove around the neighborhood. I wanted to know what kind of
Where-
people lived near in that school because I would be teaching their children.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
so you look and you decide what to reach for.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So at that point in time, I was a bilingual teacher because I had the credentials for bilingual because I am bilingual. I also had general education. So I reached for that.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, I speak Spanish. They didn't believe me because I didn't look Latin
Uh-huh.
or Hispanic, whatever the terminology is today, speaking Spanish. So I decided to prove it. How did I prove it? Not by arguing. I spoke to him in Spanish.
Well, that should convince them.
And then he was startled.
Okay.
He didn't expect that.
Uh-huh. Well, that should convince
So
them.
you stretch, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and you expand continuously. You have to be continuous.
With the expanding.
Yes.
I just want to tell the people at home again that the cameras here are broke. So you don't see my hair as well as you should. I really have a whole lot. And you don't see that.
Okay.
That word expanding, it's going
It's
to bring
expanding.
it up
We're going to
Yeah.
expand your hair.
Uh-huh.
Next time we're going to give you a
again.
wig.
It's not me. No,
Effort.
the cameras are broke. They're broke. That's why that's happening.
So you make the effort to fix that camera.
Uh-huh.
Effort.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to make an effort. Whatever you do.
Joe.
Let Joe make the effort. Okay.
Yeah.
Then remember. Okay. What do you remember? Because sometimes we get so busy at whatever the world, life itself.
Oh,
We
yes,
forget our dreams
sure,
and goals.
Yes, of course.
We put
Life
them
gets in the way.
Yeah, and people, and they trip you up, and then you get frustrated, your spirits come down, you get sad, depressed. So you have to keep asking, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What do you ask for? Clarity at all times. Ask God for clarity. Look at the lights. Clarity,
uh-huh.
right? They gave us clarity. They didn't want us to be in the dark.
No, good.
Okay,
Good thinking.
be aware of any decisions that you make because they bring consequences.
Okay,
Okay, and
absolutely. Every decision.
okay, then love. You must bring love into the situation. You can't bring animosity and anger and hatred and jealousy and envy and competition
so
and
much.
comparison, all that crap. You
Oh,
bring
it's
that.
out there.
You bring that on the scene.
Uh-huh.
You think you're gonna have a good day,
I try to think. Yeah. I usually.
but you let go of that crap. But if people walk around with that stuff,
Oh my, yes, they do.
tons of anger and
And
jealousy
they
and
drop
bitterness.
it on you. They drop
Yes,
it on you.
unforgiveness. Oh yes, it's your
Uh-huh.
fault.
They drop it
It's
on
your
you.
fault because you have all
And
that
they
hair.
fill you with it. They put it right in you. Yeah,
You
there
have
you
all
go.
that
There
hair,
you got some of
and
this.
I have none. You
Yes.
have blue eyes, and I do
There you
not.
are.
You know, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. They're just angry, and they're
Yeah, oh,
comparing
yes, right,
continuously.
it's sad.
So
But they make you so angry, you don't even think it's sad. You're just angry with them.
okay. So those things make it that you're not able to receive.
Yes, right. They do get in your way.
Do you want to give to someone who's angry and bitter and resentful and vengeful and vindictive and jealousy and envious and stealing and grabbing from you? Do you want to no.
No.
It's
no,
very
the answer is no.
difficult.
Right. They're hard people to.
Very hard.
Right.
So what
right.
do we do? So, since we're supposed to know a little bit, we bring love into the situation. 3 minutes. Oh my God, I cannot believe I'm still on the second page.
Really?
Okay.
Is that all you're at, huh?
Oh my
Well, you
gosh.
did put a lot together
Okay.
here, Maddie.
So you get rid of all the inappropriate behaviors. That's a must.
Right?
Timidity, shyness, withdrawal, quitting, severing, giving up prematurely, blaming others, complaining, comparing self to others, competing with others. You know, that doesn't help. That doesn't allow you to receive. So let's just jump because I have no minutes left. No minutes, not even seconds. How many seconds? How
2
many?
minutes, 2
Two.
minutes.
Okay, so 2 minutes. I stretch it. So you ask for focus. You always want to be focused. Once you have discovered all these things, focus, like razor-edged focus. You really want to. 2 minutes, I hear it. So, okay. Another thing that we lack and doesn't allow us to receive is courage.
Oh, courage.
Courage. Oh my
Goes hand in hand
gosh.
with the fear. You, know,
Oh
you
my
need
God.
a little bit of courage.
That's why I told you, let go of
to
the
get
others.
through the fear.
So,
and you feel like $1,000,000 when you do it.
oh yes, you do. You really
do.
do. So you have to become a little daring, a little bold.
Okay.
Stick to it. You know, the task is tedious and boring, but stick to it.
Yes, it can be tedious
Because some
and
people
boring.
give up too quickly.
They do. They do. They expect it all right then and there. One time, and that's it.
Okay, and so then that you feel that you are powerless. So you have
Okay.
to develop a little power, a little strength. 1 minute left.
Okay.
Okay, and so much.
You have another show here.
I know, and probably it'll be a continuation.
All right.
That's
Okay.
But things that I do, we were talking about visualization, guided imagery. You must have a vision in your mind. You must have the mission. The vision is the vision is the route, the vehicle that you will use. And for instance, this is a vehicle I'm using right now,
Okay.
television. This is my platform, and my mission is the assignment that I believe I received from God to speak His
Okay,
word.
I think that's,
So
that's
seconds.
good words. Those are good words. The assignment you receive.
And then
Your duty. I think Christ, in
Yes.
front of Pilate,
Yes.
called it his duty.
how many seconds? So there it goes. Look, the credits going up.
Oh, there we go.
So
Good
I
night,
want. I know
everybody.
that they
Good
can
night.
hear me. So then you go around, decree and declare out loud, affirming that which you have. You must acknowledge it. So you decree, you declare out loud, speaking, not thought. I want to thank you for watching Tilda Vision Ideas and my guest, Bill Scott. Thank you, and watch again every